Chicago, you want to take a selfie?
Yeah!
Now, when we do this, I need your best duck faces on, alright?
Yeah.
This is a duck face selfie.
This is mine. We want to see yours. Okay. You're going to do your duck. Oh my God, you're gonna hate this. Okay, we need to get everybody doing it.
Everybody.
You're all going on Twitter.
Chicago. I've seen a lot of duck faces out there, and I think Chicago has the best duck face city.
Sure.
Well, we have microphones positioned throughout the theater, which I don't actually see where they are, but they are out there. There's one right there, yeah, and then another one over here. So look, this is your time, guys. So I want you to ask some questions. Please keep it nice and concise. Keep it to one question per person. No special requests, and let's get ready for some nerding out. Yeah. So that's right. Yes, nerding out gets applause. I like this guy. They just cheer at everything.
I'd just like to comment on this lovely decor. There's a rug, there's some shrubs, vegetables. You feel very at home.
This is like the Zach Galifianakis between two birds.
Yeah.
This is a doctor and companion between two birds. Yeah.
Oh my God.
So yeah, let's start over here. You look like you got a good question.
Good morning, you guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Du sprichst Deutsch?
No.
With the Series 8 premiere last night, I've been thinking a lot about the concept of legacies.
Okay, wait. Before you finish the question, let's say that. Okay, well, hold on.
This is not a spoilery question.
I know.
This is not a spoilery question.
All you guys freaking out in the front row. Just be cool.
I haven't seen it, so if anyone spoils it for me, I'm gonna be mad.
So
This was laying down the law, right?
Alright, so Chicago, we all agree this is a spoiler-free zone.
Yeah. We were doing pictures last night, so we missed it.
I haven't seen it.
I know, I was there with you. That's why I didn't see it. I
Exactly.
prioritized you.
Thank you.
I know.
I've seen it, so if anybody takes me off, it's just gonna go rogue.
Okay, so my question is, I've been thinking about the concept of legacies within the show. So my question is, Karen, what do you hope the Doctor learned from his time with Amy? And Matt, how or for what do you hope your Doctor will be remembered?
Sounds like, you know.
See, you were all one before, you're glad now.
Well, for me, I hope that the Doctor learned. Well, no, that's not what I do. His first question. I hope that he learned that he probably needs a friend to travel around with.
Oh, yeah, because that's what from the public, I was like, he's never done that before.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know what he learns. That Scottish companions are the best.
Yeah! And what will my Doctor be remembered for? Probably feathers, I think. Power to the fez, yeah. I don't know. Fezzes and yeah.
Bow ties are cool.
Being sort of bow-legged. Unable to stand in one position for very long. You know, it's I don't know. What do you think they'll be remembered for? What did the companion learn and what will my Doctor be remembered for?
I don't know, I mean, I think that I'll always remember Amy, like, just for being, like, so young and so, like, vivacious, you know, like, she always stuck it to the Doctor. She put him in his place, you know, when he needed it. And,
Yes.
and I mean, I'm sort of biased because, Matt, you know, you're always going to be my Doctor.
Yes! Listen, you are very charming and I am susceptible to flattery.
Well, you know, I'm going to be around back convention center.
You just keep bringing it.
No, I think the thing I most appreciate about your doctor was sort of the childlike wonder that you had, that, your doctor was always just so open-minded to everything, and nothing was old, even though you were so old. You're the oldest doctor yet, and everything was just brand new.
Wow, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Good stuff.
All right, over there.
Hi, good morning. This is actually a question from my son who could not be here today. He's 9. So I have to preface this because what he wants to know is, what is it like to be in the TARDIS? So what is it like? And his name is AJ, so if you could.
AJ? Being in the TARDIS is the coolest thing ever. It's bigger on the outside.
We really know it's a lot
Smaller
about...
on the outside, depending on how you're looking at it.
So far, there's been 2 really big revelations about our beloved show today. One, the Doctor likes travelling with people. 2, the TARDIS is bigger on the inside.
I don't know. This is like Doctor Who for dummies.
So there's this blue box.
Oh, and by the way, Karen, my son absolutely adores you. And
Oh, thanks, AJ.
He was so upset that you cut your hair, though.
Oh, really? Oh, let's tell him I'm sorry and I'm growing it back as soon as I can.
Well,
Way to ruin AJ's life, Karen.
you did. But he actually, we saw you in Louisville, and when you took the picture with the both of us, he walked out, he goes, "Where's her long hair?"
Oh, no! So I made him cry.
Yeah, he'll get therapy later on.
Doctor Who related therapy. All right, let's jump over here. Hi there.
Hi. My question is for Karen. How did it feel being cast as a soothsayer in Fires of Pompeii and then being cast again as Amy Pond, the companion?
Well, I was really excited when I got cast as the soothsayer because I got to do all these weird hand gestures and have eyes on my hands. And also just to be on the set of Doctor Who when it was David Tennant and Catherine Tate. And it was just the coolest thing ever. And
Peter Capaldi.
That's
And
right.
you're totally right. And he was doing an English accent in that.
I wonder how they're going to explain that. Do they explain that?
I don't know.
Spoiler free, sorry.
I will tell you backstage.
Cool.
Sorry, Chicago.
Well, Moffat didn't explain my appearance.
But that means you're going to come back as a doctor in the future.
What? Oh my god, that would be disastrous. But no, it was really cool because I remember thinking Catherine Tate has the best job ever. And then I got to do it later on, so I was like, woohoo!
That was like for you to be a soothsayer in Fire.
Wow. I got to all these really cool hand movements.
Have you even seen that episode?
Of course I have. Who are you talking? I was the Doctor. I've seen the Fires of Pompeii, for God's sake.
He didn't see it, he lived it, man.
I can tell you what happens in the opening title sequence. There's going to be and then Tennant's there and things about to erupt, and then he's like, whoa!
Just, yeah.
Accuracy.
Hi there.
Hi. Okay, this is like crazy, okay? So,
It really is crazy. We're all mad. It's group therapy for lunatics.
like your dream come true right now, okay? So, who was your favorite enemy that you guys battled together?
Weaving Angel.
Okay. Like this silence.
Hey, did anyone see Karen? Sorry, I'm just going off on a random tangent here. That was a good question, and I'm going to come back to it. But did anyone see Karen's Ice Bucket Challenge? No! Is it not online? You need to excuse me.
Yeah.
How is it going to
Bring it up. Because you challenged
We did it last night.
We did it last night.
We filmed it.
Oh no, it's on I haven't got it.
Oh, it's on my phone, but I don't know how to put it online.
Well,
You know that thing called Twitter? Or is it too big?
It's too big.
I don't think it would be, but you can put it on YouTube as well.
It's pretty extreme.
Pretty extreme. Do you want to give us a play-by-play? Or should we save it for the
I
video?
think that you've just got to sit and watch it. There's no explaining this.
There's ice.
There's ice and a bucket and Matt. There's a doll that someone gave Matt yesterday at this convention that I'm holding.
Yeah,
It's
basically it's a thing. Yeah. I'm going to text someone and see if they can send it through.
Yeah.
Well, how are you going to show it to everyone?
Or we're just going to hold it up and put the microphone next to it. Then you'll be the first people to see it as well, so it'll be important. Oh no, because I've got Wi-Fi. Damn you!
Yeah, there's no Wi-Fi up here. I've got a signal.
Yeah. So the Weeping Angels. It would be Weeping Angels, so genuinely.
And then the silence.
And then, the silence.
I thought that was a soothsayer. Is it a silence?
Generic Doctor Who had it.
If there was one essential episode from your respective times on the show that you would want people to watch, what would it be?
Let's say it at the same time and see if we say the same one.
One, two, three.
11th hour.
No. 1, 2, 3. 11th hour. Season 5, episode 1, guys. Come on, you know what? Okay, say it. Okay, on 3. All say what you think the definitive episode is. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Oh.
We're in agreement.
I heard nothing. So did you hear one? Okay. You're all right. You guys are right, John. Glad you said the same thing, or else it would get awkward. All right, let's take one over here.
Hi. So, I was wondering if you guys are going to be doing any productions that we'll be able to see in the U.S. besides, like, your show Salty.
Oh, productions in the US. I did something recently. I did a Western recently, which will be coming out in America next year. And also I did this really fun comedy for HBO called 7 Days in Hell. And you should check it out. It's with Andy Samberg and it's about tennis players. And it's got Kit Harington from Game of Thrones. And it's really, really funny. And it has all these like funny cameos from like Spielberg and stuff. It's crazy.
But and then she was in this little indie movie. I don't know. Not a lot of people saw it. Guardians of the Galaxy. You were a galactic badass.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
And Matt, you're working on something right now that you can say nothing about. We know you're in it though.
Yeah. Well, I've been working on the Terminator film, and that's.
I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
I'll be back.
And then.
That's not how he's going to
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it. And then I might do a film. Well, I can't say because I don't know if I'm definitely going to do it. But I might be able to take you up to Christmas, and it's cool. It'll be you guys will like it. It's your sort of film. But I don't know
what it is.
I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
It's got a triple barrel title. I can tell you that much.
Oh, very, very interesting.
But anyway, yeah. So I might do that, and then if not, I don't know really. I'll just sort of go slowly insane at home, which is basically what being an actor is. You go, who am I? What am I? What do I do with my life?
Isn't the answer to all those questions, I was the doctor, I am the doctor. And you just keep, that's a good answer, I think.
Yeah.
I even tell myself that.
Yeah.
But it's sadly not true.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's fine, thank you.
Okay.
Hi, good morning.
Morning.
I have 2 questions. The first one...
Could you keep it to one, please?
Well, it kind of combines.
Merge them.
Yes. This one's for Matt. What did you think of my silence cosplay yesterday?
He can't remember.
I put him. Yeah, no, but if I could remember, I'd say, blimey, that was bloody well done.
Do you remember which one it was?
I do remember. Your friend had to sort of like lead you out, didn't she? Or when
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the giant key thing, yeah.
Yeah. I remember there were 3 young girls who had like so many tally marks on them at an affair here as well. And I was like, when did you do all them? And they were like, when did we do all what? And I was like,
And then what was it like filming the 50th anniversary?
Those two questions are not connected.
it was
You cheated.
Yeah, it was cool. It was, 3 doctors. K-Face was back.
No, that was the 50th.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
It's not in the 50th, guys.
Oh, you were in the last one.
I was in the regeneration episode.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You should have been. You should have been in the 50th. But it was, it was wonderful. It was, it felt like a really kind of seminal moment. David's a really cool guy, and Johnny Hurt's a really cool guy, and Piper's a really good friend of mine, so it was good hanging out with her. I saw her play a couple of days ago.
Which play?
Great Britain. She's really good at it.
Oh, I wanted to see her last one at the National Theatre.
That's the one.
No, there was one before that.
Oh,
Oh, that is the one.
Yeah. So it was great fun.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hi, good morning. Karen, in Doctor Who Confidential, saw you drive. And have you improved enough to take on Matt's Top Gear score?
No, I think I've gotten worse, frankly. But I have been learning how to drive golf carts around the Warner Brothers lot in LA. And so I drive around and I've told all the people that I'm working with on Selfie that I know how to drive, so they'll let me drive the golf carts, which is really dangerous. Because there's like 2 or 3 people. Yeah, really
Good in LA to go.
Yeah, I should really, shouldn't I?
Although the idea of Karen behind
I think
you.
I'd be like really good.
Yeah, do you know what? You probably would.
Really?
Yeah. I saw this painting that Karen did. This is the great thing about Karen, it's called Noah. And then she's like, oh, look at this painting I did. And you're like, okay, fine. And it's really good.
Oh.
It's really good. I was really impressed.
Oh, thank you. That's really nice.
She's a good artist.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Terrible driver.
Yeah. Never, I mean, I would never get, behind the wheel of a car. It's suicide. Like Bambi driving a car.
Well, now I want to see it.
Yeah.
That's compelling.
Yeah, just with its little hooves.
Yeah. Beep, beep. And she probably never uses her signal man, does
Should you say? Oh, Bambi. Poor Bambi.
Poor Bambi and her.
Also, Disney, like, they hit us hard as kids. They were like, oh, lovely tiny animal, let's kill it.
To be fair, it's always the parents. It's not. Yeah.
Simba's dad. You're like,
Why do parents always die?
yeah. Well, but actually, because I think I was talking about this the other day. I think it's good to scare children in a controlled way. I do. I think that's what parents do to the kids, because I think it's good to scare them in a controlled environment and not to just go see a small child scared. But
It's actually probably helpful to learn that happens at
yes, exactly.
an early night,
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Anyway.
Was there a film or show or anything that scarred you as a child?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I think I watched The Exorcist when I was really young, on my own in my bed.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
I know, it was really scarring.
I met your parents and I'm very disappointed in them about
Yeah,
that
they
show.
didn't know.
I watched Friday the 13th, way too young. And there's a scene in it, it's children here, so I don't want to be too graphic, but there's a scene in it in the bed, which is just, when you go to sleep every night, you're like,
I used to tell people ghost stories. I was one of those kids that would always be like, I'm going to scare you all with a story. And I tell it to them. And then I'd scare myself so much that I wouldn't be able to go to sleep. And I was like, I know that I've come up with this. Like, there was all this cotton wool at the back of my school, like, in this field. And I was like, well, yeah, like cotton wool. Like cotton. And sick for weeks because I was like, what?
You can't even wear cotton anymore. It's just so terrifying. Hi there.
Hi. I can reach it. Okay. Hi, Matt. I'm the one that made you the Ninja Turtle hat again. Hi. And Karen, I made you that scarf with the hat, or the apple.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I was wondering, in spirit of that, because you had so many pictures of you wearing the hat that I made, what is your favorite gift that you've received from a fan, and then what are your, like, creepiest gifts?
I'll say about that first part, you're going to turn this whole room against them if you make them answer what was their favorite gift. Right? That's tough.
No, well,
Gifts suck.
here's the thing, like, I went through the things that I got yesterday, and I read some of the letters. Also, I had a cool letter yesterday, which said, oh yeah, by the way, her first question was, do you like Pampers? So if you are in the room, yes I do. Cuddly and slightly aggressive creatures as they are, I like them. There's so many like wonderful gifts. What I would say is, it's the thought and the detail and the level of affection and sort of heart that goes into some of the things that people make. It's really humbling. And so whether it be a turtle hat or whether it be someone going, you know, I've been bought lovely pairs of socks, or, you know, your main things or written letters, they're really personal and really, it's like you're getting something from a friend, do you know what I mean? And what's the weirdest thing? I don't know. What's the weirdest thing we think?
Oh, I don't know. I really think it's really amazing things.
Yeah, it's really kind of cool.
Like when people make me books for my birthday where they'll take pictures from all around the world,
Yeah.
and people send them in with signs saying happy birthday, and it's just the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
it's amazing.
We like try and keep all that stuff. It's,
Yeah, my mom likes it. She keeps it.
Yeah, it's
Nice. Hi there.
Thanks for the hat, by the way, though, it was cool.
I will make you more.
Yeah, cool. Leonardo.
Are you a big Leonardo fan?
He was my turtle.
Yeah?
Totally. Swords. And he was blue. Blue's my favourite
That's
colour.
good. Did you have a favorite turtle?
I did not actually. Sorry.
I bet you
said turtle.
like April, didn't you?
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Actually, you remind me a bit of Crow.
She doesn't even know. That's so cruel.
You're a mixture of Krang and Splinter.
You're going to have to Google that.
It's not good.
I feel like we're just being cruel little boys now on stage.
I feel fine again.
How did not the past 3 years of our lives with Karen?
We have a question over here. Hi there.
Okay. I have the most important question ever. Who's hotter, 10 or 11?
I think you should answer that.
Matt.
I can measure myself in terms of handsomeness. I mean, I don't know, I'm a strange sort of wonky looking man. But I'm a girl, so it's I don't know,
I'm 11.
yeah, it's 4. Sanctified, the man on my right and Mr. Bennett. Yeah.
4?
Yeah.
Which one was 4? It's a test. To see if you're real fast and you passed.
Okay, name all those doctors, go. 1,
No,
go.
Billy Barton.
2.
I don't know.
Who's my favourite doctor?
Patrick
2.
Myra.
3.
John Pertwee.
4.
John Baker.
5.
That is obviously, Taylor.
Think about it.
Tom Baker. Oh, Sylvester.
Think.
Peter Davidson.
6.
Same last name as someone else.
Oh, what?
Same last name as 4.
Bigger, what is it? What is it? Colin Baker. What? Another test.
7.
Next.
You said it earlier.
Sylvester McCoy. 8. Are we including film or not?
Well, TV.
Look at that, is in there somewhere.
Yeah.
9.
Oh, now we're going to, I missed it. 10. David Tennant. 11. Don't know that one.
And all of the Ninja Turtles.
They're down in front of Dr. Who.
I was actually a stressed warrior.
You did really well.
I hope your next question is like really chilled out, okay?
That's like a nice question.
It's so great to be with you guys and to meet you guys. It's an honor, and I really love you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
No problem. My question is, what was your favorite scene that you worked on together, and what was your favorite moment together off set?
Oh.
Good question. I think our favourite moment together off set was dancing in a hotel room to Arcade Fire. But it was really bad. It was terrible for the next day because we had press all day. But it was our first time in New York. We were like, whoa.
And we were like bringing Doctor Who over there, and
Yeah.
it was really exciting.
And we went to that screening and it was
And people liked it. We were
amazing
like, "Whoa."
screening. Yeah, it was really. We were like, God, America likes Doctor Who, and we just.
So we basically stayed up all night dancing.
Yeah, and then we had to do press the next day. It was just terrible.
I know, it was awful.
You can see it online, actually. We probably should mention. See if you can find out which particular.
You'll see it.
You'll see it. Me, Karen, all of them. And on set, there were so many on set. Yeah, I agree. That's really
I don't know what's going on.
What's going on over here?
This is like the rally crowd.
Watch it down there.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna do crowd surfing later.
Yeah.
We're not really going to.
Let's see. There's so many good. I really like the whale's tongue in The Beast Below, Series 5, Episode 2. That was really fun because we were like immersed in real habit.
Well, then we say that, and then after like 5 hours, we're like,
Yeah, like covered in goo. Like,
Yeah.
we had to go down this really scary slide. It was like a ride at Disneyland or something.
yeah, I think that whole season, the whole of season 5 was really amazing because we were so
Croatia was fun.
Croatia was
Croatia,
amazing.
Vincent and the Doctor.
Yeah, that was a great episode. Yeah, do you know what really freaks me out is when you guys bring the pictures to the table to sign, and you bring us pictures of like Vincent the Doctor or Beast Below, you look so young.
So young.
Alright, David.
Gapping.
Oh, nice. Good classic gap. That's a game we used to play on set.
That's a fun thing on set. Gapping people.
Yeah. Like, if today you see a gap, if someone's like, let's show them what a gap is, I'm just standing here casually. If today in the convention centre someone's just casually standing around.
Gapping.
Oh, you're
Is that a thing now?
Oh, it's been like years for us. Like, we do it to people that have just come on to do like an episode of Doctor Who.
Yeah,
Like, and
yeah.
we don't really know them. We're like, gapping.
Yeah. We're like, oh, sorry, we just gapped you. And they're like,
What is this crazy production I've just walked into is probably what they're thinking.
Yeah.
These bizarre people.
pretty much.
Nice, gapping. Okay, it's a thing now.
Gapping.
Gapping, take it forward. Hi there.
Oh, okay. I'm flustered. This is the first time I've ever done this.
It's alright.
It's all right.
You're doing great so far.
You're nice friends.
I was wondering, what was your favorite side character on Doctor Who besides your lovely companions?
Good question. I really liked Vincent, actually. He was cool. Craig Owens, I really liked. James Cool.
Alex Kingston.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but she's part of the family.
She basically is a companion.
Yeah.
She's a consistent.
She's a companion slash doctor. Slash.
I love Madame Vastra and Jenny.
Oh,
yeah.
We all love them. We do. They're cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Also, Karen, I think you're really great.
Oh, thank you. I think you're right. So, have that in common.
See? You did well. You knocked it out of the park. Good question. Hi there.
Hi, I'm just like for some reason I'm really shaking because I'm very, very excited to be here and meet you guys.
Cool.
And my question is, what was the most awkward fan moment?
Well, we were once filming, and can you remember this, Kaz? And this lady came up to me and like rubbed my head. And
Didn't she kiss you?
yeah, she kissed me and told me that I look like a hedgehog. She said, I've got a picture of a hedgehog on my wall who looks exactly like you. And I thought, this is a very surreal moment. And then security had to like literally drag her off because she was whilst calling me a hedgehog, trying to smell my face off.
I'm also concerned about the inappropriateness of her relationship with her hedgehog. Is she seriously kissing her hedgehog? That makes sense.
I know. Yeah. So basically, I'm the hedgehog.
I didn't see that.
Which is weird, yeah. What was yours?
I think it might be the same person. I'm pretty sure she was just like, you better not be going out with Matt. I was like, I'm definitely not going out with Matt.
Yeah.
My hedgehog.
Don't touch my hedgehog. Yeah, that counts. That counts as a weird.
The phrase "coming straight with a hedgehog" is just so wrong. Because it's
Also, okay, sir.
Go. Also,
I just really wanted to say something real quick.
Yeah.
My dream was to meet you guys and to somehow take a picture, but I can't do that, so.
Oh, can we do something about this?
Well, I'll tell you what. Maybe later. I mean, yeah, maybe later. Because we gotta get through some more questions like that. Hi there.
Hi. Okay, so my question's for Matt. I was wondering, did you like working with Karen better or Jenna?
here's the thing. I like them both equally more than each other. Beat that.
What did she get here? Is the question.
It's Karen's like my best friend, it's and I love don't answer my question. No, sorry, what I should have done is this.
Hello.
Hi. My question's for Matt. I would like to know what is the most positive thing you've left for Peter and what challenges you might think he might be facing.
Sorry, could I ask you to repeat the question?
What positive things have you left for Peter and what challenges that he might be facing as a new doctor?
What positive things have I left for him?
Yes.
Oh, well, on the first day, actually, I gave him my watch that I wore as a doctor. You know, I had a little watch that way. I don't know if any of you noticed that, Karen chose that.
Is it indeed press?
I don't know.
Spoiler.
Yeah. So I gave him that as like a good luck mate. And the challenges he'll be facing are the line learning and just the juggernaut that job is. It's such a huge undertaking. And obviously the Whovian community is so possessive and beloved over it, rightly so, because we are, because it's our show. And like when I came in, everyone was like, we hate this guy. This is before I'd spoken a word. It was like, he's young, he's not the doctor. And I think you sort of have to win people over a bit, and but he will, because he's such a brilliant actor. So, you've just got to make it your own.
He really is good. It's different, but good. Like
exactly. It's got his style.
Yes.
And that's the thing.
Hi. Matt, I know you get asked this all the time, but I was hoping you'd give us a little demonstration of the drunken draft.
Anytime. Yeah, go for it. Why not? Let's do it together. On the 3. 2, 3.
It was beautiful, as ever. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well done.
I wanted that.
What is your drunken animal?
Well, what animal would you want to give me?
A panda!
Okay, but let's just sit there.
Platypus!
Koala.
A sloth.
Sloth.
Sloths are already drunk.
Yeah.
They've got that sort of like elongated limb that you've got.
Yeah.
They're great. Yeah.
Hang around like off the tree.
Little shrubs. What is happening?
That was a great song. Hi there.
Hi, I just want to say thank you to Matt and Karen for being here. This is awesome. My question is for Matt. As a Michigan native, I just wanted to know what it was like to film in Detroit.
Oh, dude. I love Detroit. What a city. People, do you know what? I sort of couldn't believe that an election had been won and the city was in the state it was in, because it was in such it's been through such a hard time, and the people were just brilliant, and there's this cool little speakeasies, and there's a great sort of music history and culture there, which I love. I love all the Motown and quite into rap music, so I went down to 8 Mile and oh yeah, I love it. And actually, I'm going to drive around Michigan after this. I'm going to drive to Canada tomorrow.
Nice. Are you a big road trip guy?
I am. Yeah. It's a good way. That's what I like about doing the conventions as well. It's a really amazing way to see your country. So it's that me or you guys obviously, but it's quite a privileged position to be in because you get to come and see America.
And that's why you should never drive, unless you just drive across country to golf.
Yeah, or I could hitchhike.
I would advise against that.
Yeah, you're right.
I would say maybe not.
What are you making in your car? Take me.
No one would ever pick you up. Hi there.
Hi, I'm Allison. My question is, what is your favorite thing about America?
Portion size. I love it.
Yeah, that's good. But I like the fact that in like 5 or 6 or 10 hours, you can be in Yosemite on the West Coast, and then in 5 hours you can be like by the coast, and it's amazing. Yeah, that's a really boring answer, isn't it? Like,
I think people are really friendly in America. Yes. I find Americans really talkative. Like you can just start talking to a random person, and they don't look at you like you're a weirdo. Like
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm really nervous right now.
Don't be nervous.
I'm sure everybody's heard of Karen and the Babes, but since there's one baby missing, it's kind of sad. But, I have a backup question just in case, but can you guys sing the Doctor Who theme song for us?
I'll take the bass line. wasn't long enough. It's in there.
It's in there. Just you saying.
It's me that says that. It's the original.
Hi there.
Hi. First of all, I really freaked out. I have to say you guys are really amazing, and I didn't think I'd ever be doing this, and I'm so happy. And my question is, for Matt, do you actually like eating fish fingers and custard, or do you just have to shove it down your throat?
No, I love it. I had it for breakfast this morning. It's very If anybody's not tried it, shame on you. Yes. Yeah, it's a genuine favourite.
I think everyone should go home and eat it tonight.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
but ask your parents' permission.
Or get your parents to do it with you. They'll do it.
Make your parents eat it, kids. Get them to do it. That's it. Put it down.
There's a big Doctor Who fan who's a celebrity chef named Alton Brown, who came up with, give a cheer to Alton Brown, he came up with a fish fingers and custard recipe, so, and he's well known, and he's given the gift to fellow Whovians. So go look it up online, and you got a cool recipe for it, so.
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
The more you know. Hi there.
Hi, I'm really nervous. But so we all know Tumblr has agreed that Matt is like a graceless giraffe.
Priceless.
Very well mannered.
Matt knew that Tumblr agreed about that.
But I was wondering, in both of your points of views, what is like your spirit animal or like an animal that matches your personality?
Oh, I know what mine is.
What's yours?
I've been told. Has anyone seen The Emperor's New Groove? I'm basically that long.
It is uncanny, that was a good line.
I don't know, maybe like a meerkat? Like wide eyes, like upon headlights. It's true.
Do you constantly look surprised?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. It's like,
There you have it. Hi there.
Which TARDIS interior do you like the best, or just like the roundness?
Oh, should we say, well, no, because you obviously, no, that's really controversial. Because I liked, it was easy to fly. Genuinely, it was. The rhythm you could get around it was easier. We had some good times in that time.
We had some good times in that TARDIS. Oh yeah.
That was great, wasn't it?
Just sitting down, getting our makeup done.
Arthur with his gilet. You always laugh about Arthur's little gilets that he used
I
to
don't know
wear.
why. It's just
It's not that fun, obviously, but...
No. No, I really like that TARDIS.
Yeah.
And it was fun to run around.
It was.
There was space, there was stairs, multiple levels.
Yeah. Well, I like the second one as well. It was cool, but
I never really saw the second one apart from very briefly.
yeah, on that day,
Yeah.
walking down the stairs.
Walking down the stairs. So dramatic.
Well, we got a giggle out of that one. Hi there.
Hi, I just want to say it's my birthday and I.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Got to come from Chicago. Happy birthday to you.
And I actually chose to meet you guys over Broadway. Just wanted to throw that out there. And then my question.
Going to Broadway.
Oh, you're going to Broadway?
Yeah, I chose this over Broadway.
What were you going to see on Broadway?
Lion King.
You made a terrible. You could have seen Simba. Simba's dad dies, it's really dramatic. There's a song about the jungle. There's puppets. It's New York.
Well,
villain, what villain would you have been? Like if you were going.
That's a good one. In Doctor Who?
Yeah, Doctor Who.
Ooh, boom, good question. K-Face.
I've been thinking about it. If I was going to be a villain, it would be really fun to just like operate one of the Daleks, like be inside. But then like,
It would be hell.
yeah, it would be really hot and like,
It's
I'm not
hot.
agile, so like, I don't know.
Your legs are weak.
I'll just be like, you're just sitting down essentially, like for a long time.
Terrible answer. It was the actual dark.
I'll rethink that.
You remind me a bit of Davros, actually.
What are you talking about?
Davros / Cram. Tell me about
Yeah. Where's the Davros brand connection there?
Gooey thing on the inside. How dare you? I'm nothing like that gooey thing.
How very dare you? No. I don't know. I'd quite like, who would I like to be if I was a villain? It would be, I quite like the Dream Lord, he was cool.
Yeah.
I guess though, if you're going to be a real villain in Doctor Who, you want to be the master. Maybe that's what I'll do, I'll come back and all along I was the master.
It's so betrayed.
Mind blown.
That's too much for me.
Oh no, that would be wrong, wouldn't
You make a
The master
good
couldn't
flesh
confess.
monster. You make a good flesh monster.
I think, what was that episode with, you know the little bits of fat that sort of let's just keep insulting each other. I think you're a bit like this silence here.
Well, you did get to play sort of the evil doctor.
It was good fun, you know, because if the Doctor was going to be like a villain, boy, what a villain he would be, I think.
Yeah. So Dalek and then
Piece of fat.
piece of that.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Hi, y'all are such great friends, it seems like, and so what are some of the things that you do, like, to keep your friendship, like, best friend things that you do, and can I be one of your best friends?
Yes, you can, absolutely. What do? To
keep our friendship alive.
to keep this old chemistry ticking over. Well, we just hang out. I guess we're just easy company, aren't we?
Yeah.
And we sort of
We can like laugh about all of this stuff.
yeah. We're quite supportive. We're sorry.
Bowling.
Oh,
That's been one time.
I literally can't think of what's Pardon?
Are you, like, really bad at bowling?
I hate bowling. Way to ruin an hour. Let's go bowling.
I'll go bowling with you, because we're now going to be best friends, we can go bowling.
Maybe you can teach me.
I'm not good at bowling either, so.
Also, like, of all things, I was a sporty child. To be embarrassed by Karen, who could barely hold her own body weight. At bowling, you were really good at it.
By the way, I tried to bowl one time after that and I was the worst, so I think it was a one-time thing.
You were really good.
Thanks, thank
Yeah.
you.
Maybe it's a ginger thing, like, ginger.
Ginger's good at bowling.
Maybe that's it.
Scientifically proven.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have a higher pain threshold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've read it.
Yeah, so bring it on.
But I think the key is that we make each other laugh, don't we? I think we're quite funny
Yeah.
to look at.
I think we're
Give her a compliment, take it away.
not fair.
Sorry, baby.
And that's Al right there. Hi there.
Hi, I was wondering, what was your favorite Doctor Who line that you ever did?
Oh, good question.
That's a brilliant question. God, there's so many. I think there's some classics though, aren't there? I loved all of Time Space.
Oh, good. Good delivery.
That was cool. Oh, thanks. Awesome delivery.
Awesome delivery.
It was so awesome.
My favorite word to say Doctor. You can say it so many different ways. My favorite delivery was Doctor.
Or there was Arthur Love, Doctor. Doctor, no. Doctor. Really first Arthur impression.
I want someone to like do a compilation of all the times I've said Doctor.
Yeah, there needs to be like a super edit.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's so many different ways.
Let's do 10 of them right now. Okay. Doctor.
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 Doctor. Doctor.
Doctor. Look out radio play.
See you at the Oscars.
Do you have a secret language amongst one another, you and Arthur? Like when you refer to things from the show or lines or in-jokes and stuff, do you guys just have this sort of secret trio language amongst you?
I mean, we have things that we like can laugh about and we know what we're laughing about without having to like articulate it properly.
Watch this, for instance. If I were to go, the time.
It's like a shorthand.
Yeah.
I'm not eating the food.
That was from The Power of Three.
Yeah.
Was that even in the title?
No, it didn't make the cut.
That's why I was like, what?
Yeah. Hi there.
Hi.
Hey. Sound and gesture. I like it. Sign it.
My question for Matt Smith and Karen Gillan was, what was it like filming Angel's Take Manhattan?
Oh.
That was partly really fun because we did some of it in New York, so that was like woo time. But then also it was the saddest thing ever because the end was the end.
Deep pain. And it was really the end of because we didn't even know, like me, Karen and Arthur didn't even know that we were part of this era, just for us, and whether, people can judge it historically in sort of Doctor Who terms as they will, like everyone has their favourite Doctor and their favourite companion and their favourite era, but for us it was such a massive seminal change in our lives, and it was the best time, wasn't it?
The best time ever. Because doing that job is just completely life-consuming, in all ways. Like you sort of eat, sleep, and breathe it because you film it for 9 months of the year. You all live in the same sort of building, and you're just there at work all day, every day.
Yeah, and I just live above Karen. We'd come down.
And as soon as we'd get home from work, it would be like, okay, let's start learning the lights.
Yeah.
So it was a lot.
And we would get the weekends, so we'd go out,
So yeah, to exit from that was such a weird life experience. Because it's like, oh, that's all I really have known for the last 3 years. So now what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
But you had all of New York showing up and watching the production on that. So
it was crazy, because that was a weird turning point for the show as well, I think, because when we went to New York that time, there was just way more people, and I remember there was suddenly paparazzi outside the hotel, and it was just like, oh, this has changed, something's happened in America.
Yeah. I mean, we often talk about that, because we've all known each other for 3-4 years now, and we've been in this for all that time, and you saw the progression of that as well, didn't you? It really, it just got bigger.
That was a significant sort of experience.
Yeah. Watching the surge through San Diego Comic-Con, just grow and grow and grow and then be this massive thing. And then the third time you came through New York, we showed up in the DeLorean.
Yeah.
Was even bigger and more insane.
DeLorean, that's so cool.
That was cool, yeah. I think over here,
Okay, so my question is, how Amy had the Doctor as her imaginary friend. Did you guys actually have any imaginary friends when you were a child?
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
I just had those monks. I don't talk about it anymore. I'm really freaking out.
And they're still there.
I did have an imaginary friend for a while called Roo the Kangaroo. Yeah, because I'm clumsy, aren't I? And I used to break things. And used to blame it on the room. And my mum would be like, "You're lying." I was like, "No, it was the kangaroo." She'd be like, "You are lying." And I was like, "I'm not." Like, genuinely, it was Rue the kangaroo. Yeah.
Your mom's like, no.
Yeah. I was a strange, peculiar child. But,
Yeah.
Forgive me for a moment, my heart's racing here. I just wanted to say, first off, I've always been a fan of Doctor Who, but if I could quote you, I will never forget the time that you were you.
Thank you very much. Means a lot. Genuinely,
And my question, I know this is a little odd, but how would you like to come to a close to the public VIP party after the convention and dump a bucket of water on me for my spot chat?
Well, I mean, if you could do it now, I would totally do it. I would ice bucket you right here right now. But
Sadly,
we've got to go and leave.
Yeah, they've got to travel. But
it's very disappointing, but
I
I
know.
completely understand.
Sorry, because it would be cool to ice bucket the doctor.
in spirit, though, we are all dumping ice on you right now.
You should just shout Geronimo when it happens.
Yeah.
I plan to.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. Yeah.
All right. Hi there.
Hello. You guys, or I should say the Doctor and Amy, had the most amazing relationship in your series. It was so loving and sweet. I tried to think how to describe it. I was telling somebody else, and it wasn't brother-sister, it wasn't father-daughter. How would you describe it?
It's really hard to define. I remember thinking that at the time, but I think it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
There was a little bit father-daughter, but then there was a little mother-son going on as well, emotionally, you know?
Yeah. Sort of like our own relationship. What genuinely happened is that the story, and art often does this, art often imitates life, or life often imitates art, doesn't it? And I think with ours, because of the spirit that we had to get through it together. And, you know, and no one, it was a weird time, like David and Catherine and Russell were so popular, and me and Stephen and Karen came in, and the world was really
We had to
going.
continue this thing, it was terrifying.
Yeah, they didn't know if, like, literally, after that first season, the BBC didn't know if they were going to make it again. And, you know, and then we found out we got the series. But now it's like unthinkable. It's unthinkable that they wouldn't make Doctor Who again, you know. And so I think there was a sort of unity amongst me, you and Arthur, which was about doing that. And
Which, like, definitely mirrored the relationships in the show as well. Because, like, if you think about it, we kind of went through a similar thing where it was like this crazy, like, because we both came from pretty much complete obscurity.
Yeah.
So it was like life-changing and a whirlwind, and we were like, whoa, what's happening? And it was the same that was happening in the show, so it was like, whoa, there's weird parallels going on.
Yeah, and you know, also, I'm biased, obviously, but I believe, is there a better introduction of a doctor and a companion than 11 and Little Amelia Pond? Because he meets her as a kid, you know, so therefore there's a sort of, which is so, you know, it was never about, like, it was never about romance and all of that, because we've done that so
more than that,
Rose.
you know what I mean? It was a deeper connection than that.
Yeah, and so it was, I think, Stephen just did it brilliantly.
Well, in a way, you were also a kid because you were emerging from the TARDIS, like in this very new form, and here you are. So you're both kind of meeting yourself in this childlike.
Yeah. Do you know what? It was exactly like two children sort of going, "Hey, let's go and save the world then." Yeah.
Cool.
Hi, Matt. I just wanted to tell you that you're such an inspiration to me. I actually fractured my spine a few years ago, and I read that you had a back injury that actually led to you becoming an actor.
Yeah.
And I just really looked up to you in that way when I had surgery and throughout my recovery, so thank you.
Wow. Well, listen, I'm pleased that you've recovered. How fantastic.
Yeah.
My question is, was it harder for you to film on your first day or last day of filming?
Blimey, the first day was pretty out there, wasn't it?
Yeah, we were on the beach.
And it was
The TARDIS was there, which was just so iconic to us. We were like,
First scene we ever filmed. Does anyone know? Go on then, what was it? Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
well done,
Yes.
well done, amazing.
These guys know their trivia.
Good, that's good Doctor Who knowledge right there. Yeah, it was looking up at the, what was that spaceship called? It was the Byzantium. Nice, thank you. And we were looking up, and I'll never forget, I will never ever forget the smell of the smoke that they blown through.
Yes,
And from that,
perfumey.
yes, it reminds me of work. You want to go down? God, Doctor Who. And yeah, the first day was harder. The last day was sad, but the first day was harder, definitely.
Oh, I just had a really good time on the first day. But the pressure wasn't really on me as much as it was on you, because you were playing the
Really
title.
good. I remember thinking, God, she's so natural, she makes it look so easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she just sort of like did it.
Oh, I think so, like if I was doing it now, I'd be way more scared. But it's just like the blind optimism of me, like 21.
I can't believe you were 21 as well, that's so great.
This is great.
Yeah. Good question, thank you. Hi there.
Hi. Say hi to the camera. My question is for Matt Smith over there, the doctor. Did the doctor's fashion sense come from you, or did it come from the producers?
That's a good question. You precocious young man. Hi. Well, it was a bit of both really. I think that, like, I auditioned in a tweed blazer, which I've never worn. I should audition something, should I?
Yeah, it's the jacket that you wore when you got the role.
Yeah, and I can never wear it again, because I look like a complete arse. But, yeah, it was, you know, like the tweed and the bow tie. I just wanted him to feel like a professor, and I didn't want him to feel too cool, because, you know, I was young, and I thought, we went through a lot of things. Like, I had a leather jacket, long leather jacket, and like stripes at one point, and it was all really piratey, and yeah, it just felt a bit too sort of cool. And so, yeah, it was a sort of a mixture, but they didn't want a bow tie, and I was like, can I try a bow tie? And they were like, oh. We've been at it for like 3 days then, and then I put the bow tie on, and they were like, actually it works.
Yeah, because it's so iconic.
Yeah, but that's Stephen. It's actually Stephen that turned it into the sort of 11 Doctor thing, because he wrote about it.
And his idea was the fez.
Stephen's was the fez.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I really wanted a hat.
Oh, really? Is that how that came?
Yeah, I was like, give me a hat.
The funniest thing to me is that the fez has hit so amazing, but it was only on screen for maybe a few minutes, and now it's like so iconic. It's so funny.
But that's why he kept blowing it up, because he knew I really wanted it. That's what Stephen does. Like,
he was literally like to me, oh no, I've given a fez and now he's going to want it forever.
Yeah, and I did, because I thought it wasn't cool, it was ridiculous. I was like, can I have a fez back? No, you can't have a fez. So then he kept teasing me with it, and he'd like blow it up, and then just made jokes about my chin, and that was sort of really stupid. Oh yeah, there's another chin joke.
Well, Karen, was your style at all, your wardrobe, influenced by your own personal
We
taste?
went back and forth with that because I was like, this is not a 21-year-old's dress. And then we just tried like so many different looks. I remember it being like a very long process. And then we arrived at this sort of like leather jacket-y skirt thing that I was really into. Because it felt like that's what girls really wore back in those days, like 4 years ago. And I was a young one.
Yeah. Speaking of fezzes, hello.
Hello.
Hello. To begin, this is a great time. I was dreaming about this always, for you two to come here, and I thank you. To begin, I had to say that one of the saddest moments that I've ever seen was the Vincent and the Doctor when Matt talked to Karen. And to be honest, I'll be one of the bravest ones that can say this, but I cried during that. Now, I got a question for both of you. What do you think is one of the most beautiful and saddest moments that you have done on Doctor Who?
Gosh, there's so many. There's been so many sad and beautiful moments.
Do you know, I remember there being a real truth. I can't remember what episode it was in. I think it was in a Greygo episode or something. I think, you remember that house we used to shoot outside of in Cardiff, your blue house?
Yeah.
Remember when Arthur was playing the red car?
Oh,
went
yeah.
And we had a moment outside.
And we were saying bye.
Yeah, I thought there was a real treat.
Oh, yeah. That felt really real.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yeah.
So that was
the episode with the Minotaur.
Was it?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, it was. It was the end of episode, the God Complex.
Yeah, season 6, episode 11, I think.
Yes.
That's another game we play as well, where we go, the Rebel Flesh.
Season 6, episode 5 and 6.
Yeah, damn right. The Curse of the Black Spot.
Season 6, episode 3.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Nailed it!
That's awesome. Well done. All right, let's take one over here. Hi there.
Hello.
Hello.
Is it me you're looking for?
Hi, my name is Mila James, and I want to say I'll say something first, answer my question, but I went and meet you guys for my 16th birthday, and that event unlocked me, and I wrote you guys a fan and thank you letter, so I want to give it to you probably a little bit later if I can. But this is my question. What is one thing you guys miss about being on the show?
Probably hanging out with my friends, I guess, on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
Being in the absolute cold and it being so cold that it was hysterically funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Seeing Arthur just sort of lunge and be quite angry.
Lunging, he's always lunging, that boy.
I miss
Stephen Moffat's writing, I
I miss
bet,
Stephen
delivering his lines.
Yeah.
And the job's really fun itself, because you get to run away from monsters for a living, which is the best.
Yeah,
I would really recommend it.
Why did we leave, Karen? What did we do?
I don't know. I don't know what we've done.
Your office being the TARDIS has to be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Showing up to work.
Yeah, that's the
You know
job.
what, that you never ever get tired of walking through those doodles. You go, whoa, it's so cool. Yeah. And then you see people come onto set and they're
Yeah, especially kids. They don't want to be like, oh, and then you remember that it's so amazing.
Forget kids, I was like that when I but yeah, cool. And we'll take your letter after the panel. Okay. Hi there.
Thank you.
Hi. My question is, what is your favorite Dalek episode?
It has to be Asylum of the Daleks.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Our era, definitely Asylum of the Daleks.
Yeah, that's one of my favourite episodes ever, actually.
Yeah, mine too.
I love that one.
We messed up on our first Dalek episode. We didn't get them right. We got the design wrong.
When they were all primary colours.
Yeah, they were primary colours and they were too big, and it just didn't work. Like the Daleks. Yeah, and actually, but I thought Silent was a real cracking episode.
Oh yeah.
What is it like doing a scene with a Dalek and then they cut, and then you're just talking to the guy in the Dalek suit? Is that just bizarre? Because
Barnaby.
there's Barnaby, and then when you have the voice actor and Nicholas, and then so you have like a couple different people working on the Dalek. Does it take you out of the scene, or is it just bizarre?
I think initially it's just like, whoa, like, because they have like the voice changer there, and he's like, I got a doctor, and it's really like, oh, that's amazing. But then you get used to it, I guess.
Yeah, and they're really cool.
Cool. Thank you. Over here.
Hi.
Hi.
Remember me, Conrad?
I do. Truman, is it? I remember you.
Anyway, so if you guys could make an episode of Doctor Who, what would it be like?
If what, sorry?
If you could make an episode of Doctor Who, what would it be like?
A new episode of Doctor Who.
We can make one. Oh, let's make one.
Like you as Amy and you as the Doctor.
That's a very good
I'll
question.
start it, and then you add to it, and I'll add to it.
Okay, go.
Okay, so Amy goes on holiday to take a break from time travel, but then she sees a terrible monster that looked like
They look like what? They look like a llama. They look like a llama. So she went and she talked to the llama, and when she talked to him, she realised that it had huge green teeth. And she realised that she had to call the doctor. So she called the doctor, and the doctor swung in, and he came in his TARDIS, and he crushed the llama with green teeth. And then
got possessed by the llama.
Yeah. She's like, doctor, doctor. She's like, doctor, your teeth are going green. Why your teeth are going green? Why are you standing like this? And then the doctor was running through the TARDIS at a rate of knots with fur and hoofs cutting
Just
and sprouting.
swimming pool / library, and Walter actually undoes the spell.
Yes, because when he jumped into the swimming pool that was actually a library, he found a very special book. And in that book, there was...
A reverse spell.
A reverse spell. Can you see where we're going with this, guys? And eventually, what happens is, the Doctor saves the day, and then there's a teaser for the next episode.
Let's make it happen. I got a little terrified there at one moment. I was like hiding behind the couch.
Yeah.
The llama.
Of
Llama.
The green-toothed llama.
Green-toothed llama.
Oh, well, great question. And let's take one over here. Hi there.
Hi, I just want to say that yesterday when you told me to tell me that my 5-year-old brother Rory was cool, and when I told him this morning, I've never seen him smile that big before, so thank you so much. And my question is about your regeneration versus Tenants. Tenants was so dramatic, and there was fire, and it was crazy, and you basically sneezed and turned into Peter.
Pretty much.
What do you think? What do you think that reflects on like your characters, and what do you think about it?
No, I mean, I basically sneezed. 4 years of toil and hard work. Basically sneezed and turned into Peter and you call yourself a fan. Yeah. I don't know. Look, we did a lot of different takes. That was what they cut. There was a lot more drama to that moment on the day, and you know, I think perhaps because David's was very dramatic, Stephen was really reluctant to go there again. I mean, I know, you know, he didn't want it to be a big thing because for Stephen, and you know, and I agree with this to a certain extent. If you look at the Doctor's not dying, he's changing. The Doctor knows it's the same person. The Doctor knows that he's going to live on.
This is it.
It isn't, so the Doctor's not going, please, please, please. The Doctor's going, look, I'm changing. This is my life. This is what happens. And he's resigned to it. And Stephen felt very strongly that that was the case and that it shouldn't be too much. But, you know, on the day, I felt we did some really good stuff, and there was a lot more. It was a lot more troubling at times in some of the takes that we did, but they chose not to use them. So, you know, and that's what filmmaking is. So yeah, I guess it ended up as a sneeze.
I loved it. I thought it was really moving. I was there.
There's a lot communicated in that sneeze. There's a lot of... No, I mean, the monologue leading up to it is just so poignant and so true.
I thought it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It's great writing, as always. But you know, yeah, well, thank you very much. But, you know, Stephen is right. You know, for the Doctor, he's not going, I'm dying. He's just not. That's not
So it doesn't
what he's
actually
doing.
make any sense that he would be like, no!
Yeah.
Because he's coming back in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
He's coming back right away.
No, BRB.
Yeah.
Hi. Hello, Doctor. I wanted to ask, if you could travel in time and space, where would you like to go? Like back in history, or?
Good question. I would probably go back in time, and I'd go and see some dinosaurs, I think, and hang out on a big tree.
Apparently they had feathers.
Eat some forbidden fruit. What?
Dinosaurs, apparently they were feathered.
Oh yeah, because birds and that whole evolution. Oh, well done, Cass.
Just warning you.
Yeah. Just goes again, I'm like, why is that Triceratops got a beak?
You'd be so disappointed. I'm never going to the past again. This sucks.
Thank you so much for being here. I went to London to try to see you and to go to the 50th. I went to the 50th and I kept bypassing you and didn't get to meet you, so I'm so glad I'm going to meet you. I love you now.
It's nice to meet you.
Thank you. And then just, where do you want to go?
I'd go as far into the future as possible and see how we've developed and what computers are like. What's going to happen with that? I dread to think.
Hey, you said we probably won't need our bodies anymore.
No, yeah, well, our bodies will be useless, and we'll just be huge brains with oversized heads, and we'll be too weak to actually do anything ourselves, and we'll live in a virtual reality.
And hanging out like drunken sloths.
Yeah, online.
Hi there.
Hi. Okay, so my question is, how did being a Doctor Who change your perspective on life? Like when you play a role, you think about life differently sometimes after you're done playing it. So.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Gosh, that is deep.
I think, well, because I think when you're a doctor, for me, I think one of the sort of great virtues of the doctor, or at least my doctor anyway, is that there's a lack of cynicism. And if you watch children, they'll sort of eat things and accept things, take things, and they just do it, and they go, oh, they just sort of try things, and I think that's quite a good way to live your life as an adult. So I think as adults we become more cynical, and sometimes I sort of took that out, I think.
Yeah, and to carry on from that, I think I learned that being silly is the key to life. Truly.
Well, we have time for one more question. I think it's appropriate to end on somebody with bow tie and fez. So, hi there.
Yes. Hello, sweetie.
This question has just been gnawing away at me since the season 7 finale. I've got to ask, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
What would I do for? A Klondike bar?
Yes.
So these ice cream bricks covered in chocolate, so they're frozen.
Right.
Like an ice thing.
Like sort of like a
chocolate.
Like a chalk ice, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, chalk ice.
What's that got to do with the end of season 7?
I don't know.
Oh, it's just like a random thing, like when you were watching Doctor Who season 7, you thought, well, what would they do for a chocolate ice?
Well, so the corporate slogan is, what would you do? The motto of the ad campaign is, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
Oh, I see.
What would you do
for a Klondike bar?
It's one of those...
I think the question really is, what wouldn't